Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fox Den finally. Now, I'm here to fulfill my promises of having two videos come out at once. First one being the all waited for Groß und Panzer, with our good girl Deku being from Pravda. As you can see on screen, this is her crew, and just like you guys said using the Su-85, this will be her crew and tank. I will keep their names hidden because I'm doing this pure improv. I kind of forgot my script, and I'm also playing War Thunder at the same time to get ideas. At least, by the time I recorded this, I'll be playing War Thunder. Whew, okay. Now, everyone, I'm going to turn off Katusha because that distracts me. Let's begin, shall we? We begin in Pravda's Pravda High School during a graduation ceremony of sorts. This is the year before the main events of the story of Groß und Panzer. This is the year before the events of that. So when it happened, damn it, lost my train of thought. So when it happened, everything goes on like normal, and the graduation event goes on pretty normally, you can say. There's nothing really too many differences. Nothing out of the ordinary. Besides a few bits and pieces and a couple people crying. One person crying notably is Katusha, who's sad to see one of her closest friends leave. One of her closest friends are leaving, being... Damn it, I had a name for it. I'll just say Petra. Her good friend Petra, who's been sort of a mentor for her throughout her entire stay, throughout her second year of Pravda. Her first and second year of Pravda. And before she leaves, saying her goodbyes, and during her speech, she says a couple things. First, I would like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity for this school. And trust me, I will miss you as much as you missed me. So don't go thinking that you're unwanted. No one is ever unwanted. It's just like I will be passing down the row of letter down to my good friend Katusha. Katusha, though some people think she is rash, I believe her and, coincidentally, her right hand, Nona, will be the perfect stick to be leading this great school. Now, we might have lost again against Koromare Mine, but I believe good fortune will be bestowed upon us next year. No, wait, no, they won that year. Yeah, they won that year, so I say, we won this year, but let's not get cocky. Let's all remember our humble beginnings. No one messes with our crew. Remember that. No one messes with our school. And we shall remember that for all time. Because no matter what we do, we all will stand united. We are Pravda. We are the sons of Stalin. We are the daughters of Stalin. Let's all not forget that. Stalin believes in all of us, so we shall believe in him in return. I'm sad to announce that my KV2 will also be leaving. But don't worry, everyone. I assure you, nothing will change because we are gaining a tank. Katusha has already ordered a tank that will be beneficial for us. The KV-2. This powerhouse could outmatch almost all of Koremere tanks. The one downside? Well, multiple downsides. It's its reload speed and unequal balancing of weight. But don't that stop you. Because for we are Prata. We are the Hans and daughters of Stalin. Not then, everyone. I wish you good luck next year. And trust me, I will be watching. And if you ever need help, I will be here for you. Because you are my friends and family. No one ventures alone. No one goes into conflict alone. We all are here together. Let's not forget that. Alright, everyone, let's not forget that we are a team. Our school will never fail. I love you all, and I will see you whenever you need me. She then proceeds to walk off stage. She walks off stage, and also that was kind of a bullshit kill, but whatever. She proceeds to walk off stage, seeing the entire Sun Shadow team just breaking down in tears. She goes to Katusha and a semi-younger Katusha, Nona, and hugs them both, saying, "And you two, I have high hopes for you. Don't make me proud. I assure you, my advisors, my crew, will be unlike me. Will be popping back more often than I am. I assure you, they will. Now we must go. Our plane awaits us. I trust you will have fun. And remember the Pravda spirit." Both Nona and Katusha salute, getting the stereotypical, "Yes, Commander, and we wish you well." We're trying to hold back as much tears as possible. And so, along with her crew, being Nana, not Nana Shimura. I'll do this. Anna, Latasha, yeah, Latasha. I'll just do a normal Emily, a French exchange student, a BC Academy for exchange student to the school, being the white-haired one. And Anna is the stereotypical Russian in the background, the one between the two. And of course, on the far right is Izuku, or Petra herself. And the top left, above the tank, is the driver and the co-driver, the twins, they call them. They don't look nothing like twins, but they're born the same time. They're not identical, they're just twins. Now, they all board their vehicle and simply, well, leave. While everyone all the entire Pravda rushes up. The Sun Shadow team rushes up to the runway and waves them off. You fast forward a year, aka the beginning of Rosenpanzer itself, And I know some of you didn't want me to do this, but I will do this at the same time. I'll be forming a sort of a Cold War era Russian team. This Russian team consists of a lot of Cold War Russian tanks. And mostly some late war models and some other odd models and stuff like that. Like Petra's new main tank is, where is it? Yeah, the Type 120, the Object 120. With its 152mm M69 cannon. It's a force to be reckoned with, but there's a bunch of others in there too. We have a couple of Object 268s, some 906s, a couple of T62s, a couple T72s, and the remaining tank being the most modern they have, though they rarely use it because they're not allowed to, a T80. They're not really allowed to use it, but they always find a way. So instead, when they're not allowed to use their T80, they use their BMP. No. A refitted IS. They use an IS-6. An upgraded version of the IS-2, but they mostly swap it out for the IS-4M. They do have a couple of late war models from World War II they still use, like the T-34 100mm. A T-34 is basically an IS turret. They also use a T-44, and of course a T-54. This team is pretty well made. And quite a lot of people fear them. Since, well, come on, do you really expect them to do that? I sure didn't. Now, you're wondering, what does this mean? Well, this story picks off during the events of my hero. During their tankery. Now I'll go into the backstory of this. First, this could be Casey of Part 0. I have to do a shit ton of explaining. This is basically... well, I'll stop doing my Russian accent when I'm not talking in character. My very, very bad Russian accent. It more sounds sort of more German. Okay, there we go. So instead of using My Hero time, the actual normal My Hero stuff, the events of My Hero are mixed with the events of Girls und Panzer. So instead of having villains, the villains of My Hero have their own tankery school, their own ship school. UA also has their own. So we cut to the events of these Cold War teams being Gorbachev, reformatory, Gorbachev Reformatory Academy, University. Wait, I think I called it Gorbachev University of Reforms. A reformatory university. Where we cut the battle of them against UA, or United Armies. A different branch. Because of how All-Stars is a post-World War II, UA, or United Armies, is a Cold War tankery team. We cut to the end of the match where the Russians have just pulled out a victory. With Petra being the now leader of this newly formed tankery club, goes hoorah, basically goes, "Hoorah, comrades! This was a fine battle. Now, crew, let's go say we go meet our opposition." As they take their tank back, the Object 120, back and park it, they see the Su-85. And automatically, they go on the nostalgia trip. With Petra mentioning, "I wonder how the girls are doing." "Hey guys, what do you think we go visit them? Emily, I know you want to visit Nona." It's like, of course I do. She's one of my closest people. She's one of the closest I was with. The only one at the school besides you all I was close with in the school. With the rest of the crew saying they want to visit Katusha, see how she's coming along. So they all nod their head and agree. And they all get ready to go. And suddenly, Petra runs into a boy, who was coming from the observation stand. He apologizes and says, sorry, I didn't mean to." It's like, "No worries, little one. Tell me, what is your name?" My name is Bukotsky." "Ah, Bukotsky. Are you by chance related to Mitsuki?" In this timeline, Mitsuki Kotsky is the tankery coach for Pravda, who retired after she gave birth. But she still appears every once in a while to help out the girls, which still happens to be the case for when our good girl Petra was part of the school. Bako simply nods his head, saying, "Yes. That's my mother. She is my mother." Petra then smiled and saying, "Well, can you tell your mother hi from her old student Petra?" Bako eyes sparkle, saying, "You're Petra?" It's like, "Of course. From what I heard from your mother when she came to visit, that you're a high school student now, right?" "That is correct." "That is good to know. How are you finding the high school life?" It's good. UA's high school program is actually really nice." "Oh, so UA has a high school program. That's very unexpected for a Cold War team. For a Cold War era team. What can you do, though? Seeing how that everyone has their own price, right? Don't worry. I assure you will find your place in the world soon." Is that a threat? It's like, "No nonsense. I can tell that by you. Let's just tell by listening to your conversations. You're quite a hothead. But don't worry. I'm sure you will find a place." It's like, actually, I'm part of the high school unit. They're a World War II team using mostly partisan units. Partisan units? Interesting. Many teams don't use them. by many teams I mean basically all teams, don't use them because they're useless. Why would you use valuable resources to hijack an enemy tank? No utter nonsense if you ask me. But it does have some strategic values, I'll admit. Yes, my team, we represent the Polish resistance. We don't use the actual tanks. We act like them. We mostly use Chinese and Japanese tanks. We are kind of a Vietnam, you can say. We use multiple different tanks. I'm gonna get killed right here. Yep. But why? Why would you do all this when you know you're gonna lose? Bakugo simply responds with, "Because it's fun, isn't that the spirit of Shanshido?" With Petra saying, "Looks like someone's finally got it. Shanshido is not about winning. That's my main problem, which I hope Katusha has learned. Hopefully has learned. That winning is not the main goal of Shanshido. It's about improving oneself and becoming the better person." Yep. I don't know how the hell that killed me. That was nowhere near close to me. And oh, it penetrated 122 meters of armor, huh? That's bullshit. Oh, sorry. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Bakugo then... Petra then tells Bakugo, "Ah, so I'm assuming you're in contact with the Italian team, Anzio. Isn't that correct?" Bakugo then says, "Yes, and... you okay there, good sir? Because it's pretty strange for a male to be part of a tankery team. But if they use partisan rules, then I feel like it's okay." "Well, you see, I'm actually in love with someone from Anzio." Petra's ears perked up, saying, "Who is it by chance?" "It's their leader, Anchovy." Petra gets this wicked smile, saying, "Anchovy, huh? I admit, you're going for someone a year older than you. I'm assuming you're either 16 or 17, isn't that correct? Judging by your stature?" "That is correct. How did you know?" I wouldn't be a commander if I didn't... I wouldn't be a commander if... Ah, damn it. Now I'm starting to sound German again. I wouldn't be a commander if I didn't realize some small details. Because if one little defect will cause my team to die, and I don't want that to happen. Now, Bakugo, how about I go take you down to Miski? And you can take a ride in my tank, my old tank from my years in Pravda. What do you say about that?" "I love it." "Great, it's been decided then. You will take a ride with me. As long as I don't get killed as KV. Okay, sorry. Doing two things at once is kind of terrible. "Oh, this is my gun. That's fun." Okay. Now then, everyone. SU-85, we are reporting once more. We're going to visit the administration area. I'll be delivering our new friend Kotsky here to his mother. But don't fret, because once we reunite with their mother, we will leave. Then leave for our homeland. We're leaving to Pravda after the delivery. Who's with me? Ura! Ura! Careful not to damage any buildings. We're not in-game anymore, so not covered. Any more damages will come straight out our own checks. So be careful of that. He's looking at me, okay. Damn it. Panzerbauchfragen. Jagdpanzer. Every time. There's always a panzer that kills me. Now then, everyone, let's move out! On the way there, Petra gets to know Bakugo a bit more, gets to know his likes, and especially what he likes about Anchovy. Bakugo just likes her explosive attitude. This makes her smile, saying about this. But then Bakugo gets angry when Petra tells him that he's not allowed to drive. That's for the twins, and they are very possessive over their job. This makes Bakugo a little angry, and that's when Petra gets to realize, oh, so they are more alike than they get led on. Not that that matters. They proceed to move on to the next objective. With Bakugo calming down once he sees a representative for Anzio show up, because Bakugo wants to make a good impression on Anchovy. Oh, they're targeting me. Let's try on the sides. Sorry. Got to Panzer 4. Panzerkampfwagen 4. Those guys always get in the way. Is it SU not noticing me? Or is he detracked? I think he's detracked. Yeah, the SU is detracked. He can't fire at me. Nope, he can fire at me. Oh, Gunner's dead. I'm dead. Fuck you, Panzer IV. God, I hate the German players. They're annoying. Or they do camp in their spawns. Okay, enough about my complaining. Let me continue. Now, as everything, they arrive in Mizuki is thankful for it. They make their way back to... They board a helicopter and make their way to Pravda during their current battle against Orai. They get there just in time to see the encirclement. And during Katusha's little night scene, instead of them retreating, got the cannon breach, perfect. Sorry. Instead of them retreating, instead of Katusha going to sleep, they get a visitor, being Petra. They then sit down and talk for a bit. This talk really benefited. This talk very benefited Katusha, who was worried about her stature within the crew. With her learning that it's not really what counts, it's what you do to it. It doesn't matter how you fare, it's about what you can do. everyone is happy. But then they see the breakthrough. Petra then realizes, oh, then watches the spectator cams and sees a familiar face. Miho Nishizumi. She then whispers to herself, she would make a good rival for Katusha. I just hope she isn't as cocky as her sister. Oh, sorry. It's like, she would say, I just hope she's not like her sister. Everything goes... The battle of the Prophet Ore match goes to canon, and before that happens, however, before all that stuff happens, Petra sees Maho and goes up to talk to her, saying, Maho, I don't see you around here often. How's it going? But Maho Nishizumi saying, Petra, it's it's odd to see you here, because you're normally with your girls. It's like, oh, sorry, she's too enthusiastic to say, Petra, we don't normally see you around here much anymore. It's odd to kind of see you here. With Petra just laughing off, saying, nonsense! Why wouldn't I come here to see my old team? Also, I noticed something. Tell me, Nishizumi. Why is your sister arguably the one who knew all my tactics in a different school? Maho was saying, well, you see, Mother didn't like the loss that we took. The fact that we lost due to Nishizumi saving someone. We lost to Mio saving someone. Because that's not how our style is. We just push on. With this pisses off Petra. Saying, so you're telling me your mother, your guys' mother and operator and headmaster of that school basically expels her just because she didn't continue the battle when someone was in serious danger? It's like, trust me. I still believe what we do is extremely dangerous. But we know the same thanks to the carbon composite compound we use that absorbs the rounds. Yes, that's right. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, sorry, my British is showing. It's fine, Petra. I'm happy Miho is at least happy with where she is. I am too, but at the same time, now I won't be able to fight her. That's what you're worried about? That's what you're worried about, Petra. Of course! But of course, she is a very formidable opponent. I swear at you sometimes, Petra. I can never understand what the hell you talk about. No one cans, lass. After all, I was originally part of the Scottish. And there's Petra's big secret. She was originally part of the Scottish unit. The Scottish team. Just no one knew nor cared. Yep, just no one knew nor cared. Because Petra, in their eyes, Petra is Petra. She's always been one of the best friends anyone can have. That's how everyone views her. That she's one of the closest friends you can have. And that's where I'm going to end off today, guys. Like I said, there's supposed to be a part 0. With everything established tomorrow, or whenever I upload part 2 of this. I will go deep dive, and if you want me to change some things, like having the heroes and stuff actually be a real thing, or the villains, I will. I'll restructure the story. But this is mostly just going to be a fun thing, not too serious, but not too light. So don't have me on Miss Tactics or rewriting the Girls and Panzer story too much. I'm just doing this mostly for fun. So don't hound me too much, guys. That's been Fox. I mean, I hope you guys keep around for the next video of this little, late Christmas gift, I guess. Peace out.